you should read fantasy. My family's never been into fantasy. They've always said something along the lines of, it's not real, so I can't get into it, or it's too much to get into, so I can't understand. Like, the world building is too complex to even understand what they're saying. The words are just not real, basically. The worlds are not real. Nothing's real. Magic isn't real, so it's kind of just silly. So I can't feel emotion for these characters when they're in a world that's just not, it doesn't make sense. And I think there is a barrier to entry in fantasy, but I think it's lower than a lot of people think. It's not just 1,000-page tomes as the only books in fantasy anymore. Like if you thought all fantasy was Robert Jordan's work, yeah, that's a pretty big barrier to entry. Or Game of Thrones even. But it's not. Like, perfect example is Brandon Sanderson's, his Year of Sanderson books, the one-offs that he did. That's 5 one-offs that are, 300 to 400 pages each. And they're great. I loved Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and that was a 300-page love story, basically. It was awesome. And I think the reward outweighs the cost, meaning that the cost it takes to actually get invested in these worlds is not as high as people think, and also the reward for breaking through that is significantly higher. I think I've never felt as satisfied finishing either a nonfiction book or just a regular fiction book in other genres than I have compared to fantasy. Like, when I finished Mistborn, when I finished Yumi, I'm coming to a close on The Way of Kings. I feel truly satisfied and proud to put those on my bookshelf, because that feels like a journey I was on, journey before destination. But it feels like there was actually something happened. Those were things I experienced. And I think other genres have it to an extent, but not to the extent as fantasy. And I think if you enjoy movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, anything that's like even remotely visual, please read fantasy. I think you are missing an entire world of media that exists out there. There's so many stories to experience that you haven't yet, and I've only just realized that. And I've been binge watching every form of media out there except books for my entire life, and I thought I was tapped on the story game. Books is an unlimited source of the best stories you've probably ever experienced. 99% of media are just coming from books too. So it's like, even the best stories you see from TV, movies, are mostly just books. Like, perfect example is like Game of Thrones. Granted, season 8 was ass, but that wasn't George, so it's alright. But Game of Thrones was many people's intro to fantasy. Came from books. Granted, you don't have to start with those books, because those are big and hefty and a lot to get into. But there are books out there, especially in today's day and age. There are so many one-offs, or even shorter trilogies, that are so good to get into. Mistborn is a perfect example. It's a trilogy, but you can read the first as a one-off, and it's a fantastic book. Like, from the crazy worlds of like the Cosmere to like London for Harry Potter, or Harry Potter to Westeros. I said Harry Potter twice, I think, but like even Middle Earth, like the genre is so much bigger than it sounds of just fantasy. It can go in any direction, as far or as close as it wants to or needs. It could be, again, Harry Potter is set in our world. Or it could be the Cosmere set in a ton of other completely different worlds. It's endless. And with the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of novels that are out there, you can easily, I think, find your taste of fantasy with just a little bit of effort, and I think it will change how you see books, how you see stories, and kind of how you see the world around you. I think it's just simply finding the right fit for you. Please don't give up.